Good morning students, welcome to the session on DBMS. In our today's session, we are going to see the database management system languages. Okay, before going for that, just let me know what is the language. You people might have come across this particular term in case of your C language, C++ language. And now, you people will be seeing it in DBMS language kits. See ma, it is not a complete tool I can say when we are considering the DBMS. They have divided the sub languages. So collectively they will be forming a DBMS language. Okay, these are the sub languages I can say that we are going to discuss. Collectively it will be forming a DBMS language in order to handle our data, where it facilitates a full-fledged programming language. If these sub-programming languages are not available, then your DBMS will not be having a full-fledged priority, full-fledged programming availability I can say. And these database management system languages are having some languages like DDL. I hope it is clear to you people. This is DDL, this is DCL, DML and TCL. See, their full forms are like this ma. Data definition language, data control language, data manipulation language and transaction control language. I will repeat it once again. Data definition language, data control language, data manipulation language and transaction control language. Now let me discuss them one by one. Okay, now I will go for the next one, that is DDL. What the DDL will do and what are the responsibilities and what are the functions that are available in your DDL. This is your DDL. DDL abbreviation is what? Data definition language. And as it is the naming, definition, okay, as it is consisting of definition part, there you need to understand that in order to create our database schema, in order to create a structure in which we want to store our data, we will be using this DDL statements. That is what the second point that they are saying, that is create to define the database and structure are the schema. Schema is nothing but in what way you want to store your data. In what way you want to store your data will be defined by using your data definition language. And in this we will be having several kind of statements. Right? I hope these statements you people will be understanding why we are working onto the system. But for now I have given few statements over here. Just try to understand them. Create is a statement which will be available in your data definition language, which is used for creating the database, creating the tables, creating the indexes, creating the views. Don't worry about the terminologies that I am using. You people will be getting them when the topic comes. Okay, in order to create anything in our database, we will be using a statement called create. I hope this create is clear to you people. Okay, and the second one that we are having is alter. What the alter statement will do, as you have created the database by using the create statement, as you have created the table by using the create statement, if you want to modify that content, then we will go for alter statement. By using alter statement, we can alter the structure of database. Consider that you have created a table with the columns called student ID, student name, that's it. Only two columns you have. But if you want to have student fee column in your table, then you people go with alter statement. So that you people will be adding one more column like fee. I hope it is clear. The structure will be modified by using what? Alter statement. And delete. In order to delete the objects that have been prepared by you people, it may be table, it may be view, it may be database, we will be using a drop statement. Okay, and truncate, it removes all the records from the table. It will be deleting the content, it won't delete the table or else the database. Okay, and comment. Add the comments to the data dictionary. Whatever the data that you are adding into your database, they will be added to the comments if you are using comment. Don't go for this one. You people will be not having in your syllabus. Okay, what comment and rename also we will be not discussing it, but you people will be having them in your data definition language. In order to rename any content, you people will go with the rename statement. overall the thing that you need to understand in your data definition language for now is, in order to create a structure, in order to create a database, in order to modify that content, in order to delete that content, you people will be using a DDL statements, that is data definition language statements. In that you need to remember create statement, alter statement and draft statement, and remaining statements we will discuss as per the syllabus. Okay, and how we will be having these statements, how we will be creating the databases, how we will be creating the tables, that we are going to see in our upcoming lectures. I hope these are clear to you people. Okay, just for now you need to understand what is the DDL statement. That's it. Okay, I hope it is clear to you people. And then see ma, you people will be having one more language like data manipulation language. See, overall idea that they are giving, we will be discussing them in detail in your second unit, how the statement will be executed, how the statements will be written, what will be the syntax of those particular statements. We'll be seeing it in the second unit case. Now, coming to your DML statements. DML stands for what? Manipulation language. Data manipulation language. What do you mean by manipulating? You people will be changing, you people will be inserting, you people will be deleting, you people will be updating the content. In order to do those kind of operations, we will go for what? Data manipulation language. Use it to manipulate the data within the schema objects. You will not change the schema, you will not change the structure by using these DML statements, but still you people can add, you people can delete, you people can manage all the data. Few statements that I want to discuss here is select. In order to retrieve the data from your table, in order to retrieve the data from your database, you people will be using a statement called select. Okay, how we will be using, what is the syntax, don't go for those now. We will be discussing them in detail when the statements we will discuss. When the statements will be discussed in your sessions, we will be discussing them. What will be the syntax, how we will be executing the statement. And then insert is a statement where you will insert the data into your table. So consider that is your table. Then if you want to enter a student information, then you people will be using the insert statement. And to update the details, you people will be using update command. And to delete the records, you people will be using delete command. Okay, and also you people will be having statements like merge and call. Merge is used, observe the operations, insert or delete, insert or update. And call is the operation, call is stored procedure. Call is used for storing the procedures, but as per your syllabus, we will be discussing them in detail. That is select, insert, update, delete commands. And we will regret this. We will be discussing them when the time comes. Okay, and this is your DML statement. Okay, and these DML statements, this data manipulation language will be classified into procedural and non-procedural. Procedural language and non-procedural language. Non-procedural language. Non-procedural language. Using procedural DML, the user can specify what data need to be stored in the database. Means to say that in a database, what you want to store in that particular database, that will be given by your DML statements by using the procedural languages. By using non-procedural languages, Sima, try to understand the concept. In a procedural language, what kind of data that you are going to store and what kind of data that need to be retrieved, that will be specified by using procedural languages. Okay, it initiates by evaluating these operations. It means to say that users can express the operations that would retrieve the desired data. Okay, and in a non-procedural languages, you people will be using the SQL commands in order to manipulate the data. In order to manipulate the data. Called declarative languages. This non-procedural language is also called as declarative languages. The languages are easy to learn and users simply needs to express the desired data. Okay, Depending on your condition, depending on your statement, it will be retrieving the data and also it will be updating the data. Okay, this is what your DML statement are. Okay, and apart from that, two more languages are there in your database management system languages, that is DCL. I hope it is visible to you people. If it is not visible, just make a note, ma. Data control language. What it is? Data control language. These data control languages are used in order to control the data that you have stored in your table or database. In order to control them, what you people will use is, you people will be using grant statement and a revoke statement, I can say. Okay, grant statement and revoke statement. First, try to understand what is the DML DCL statements. Okay, it controls the level of access that users can have the database objects. Means to say that up to what extent it should be allowed you people to see the data. Okay, that will be given by your DCL statement. And grant is a statement where you people can give the privilege in order to insert, in order to update, in order to delete. Means to say that you people are providing the permissions to the users up to what extent they can modify the content, they can access the content by using what? Grant statement. Okay, it allows user to read or write on certain database objects. And again, quite opposite to your grant, sometimes we need to take out the permission from the users. If an employee leaving the organization, then he needs to remove from your database. Then that will be done by your revoke statement, which withdraw the accesses. Okay, which withdraw the accesses or privileges that have been given for that particular users. What are the privileges? Say suppose privileges are the statements that are allowed to the user to perform on the database. For example, insert, delete, update, they are the privileges. Those will be given if it is necessary by using grant, and it will be taken back if it is not necessary. Then we will be taking back by using what? Revoke statement. Revoke is a statement which will be withdrawing the permission, and grant is a statement which will issue the permission or else grants the permission in order to perform the operations onto the database. Okay, this is what the data control language is. It is controlling the data in order to access by the users. Okay, and then next we are having is your transaction control language. What it is? Transaction control language. Now let me discuss that. That is TCL. Stands for what? Transactional control language. What do you mean by transaction actually? See, when there is an option called multiple people can access the database, if there is a situation where we will be allowing multiple people to access the database, then at the same time, this A can be accessed by one user and it will be requested by another user and other user and other user. Say suppose multiple people are accessing the same database, then you need to control them. You need to have a focus onto those particular transactions which will be done by this particular database, so that you people will be having what? Consistent data. Consistent data. If it is not done, you people will be having incorrect data, inconsistent data into your database, that I would say. We will be controlling them by using this TCL statements, that is transactional control languages. Simply, in order to understand the transaction, you can consider your bank statements, right? You people will be withdrawing, you people will be depositing the amount into your bank account. Those are nothing but the transactions, but they can be done at the same time, and you need to have accurate information even after withdrawals and deposits. Even if power failure occurs, even a system crash occurs, you should not lose your money. In order to do so, we will be having transactional control languages. By using the commit and rollback, we will be doing them. Okay, commit will save the work done. It will be saving the state in which the work has been done, and rollback is the statement which will be coming back to a step in which you are having accurate value. It restores the database to the original since the last commit. Up to what you have executed a commit command, until that it will go back. Okay, until it finds a last commit statement, it will be going back. Say suppose you have deposited 500 into your account, okay, and your balance is 1500 now. Initially it is having 1000, okay, and after that you are trying to insert, and after that you are trying to deposit 500 again. Then it should contain what? 2000. But while you are watching the account details, then you people are getting only 1500. Then your transaction control language will roll back this statement, and it will goes to 1500 statement. Means to say that we are not depositing the amount, we are just seeing the last account details in which we are having the accurate information, so that this 500 will be with the depositor and 1500 will be in your account, so that we will be having 2000. Say suppose if you are seeing 1500 only, then where will be the 500? In order to have that accurate values, we will be having what? Transactional control languages. Okay, in order to do them, how we will be doing, how the syntax will be, how we will be performing these operations, don't worry about them. When the statements are executed in your lab, you people can easily understand. However, in the second unit, we will be discussing the syntaxes and statement, how it should be written and how it should be executed. Okay, what will be the syntax that we will be using in order to write these all language statements. Okay, and Seema, you people will be observing in your material that you people are having one more language, just like 4th generation language. This is a general application programming language, I can say, where you people will create these particular languages in order to create the queries, in order to create the forms, in order to create the reports, in order to create the graphic generators, and in order to create the applications, in order to access your databases. I won't discuss them in detail, but by the title you people need to understand. In order to create form means what? See, in general, everyone will not be known with the database management system. So in order to enter the data, we need to create the forms so that they can easily enter the data. As you people can see, if you are going for any website, if you are signing it for the first time, then you people will be having the form. So you don't know about the database, but you are having the form in which you are entering the data, so that will be stored into your database. Okay, and report generator, finally when you are having multiple things that has been stored into your database, if you want to generate a report, if you want to analyze the data, we will be generating what? Reports. For example, if you are working in a hospital, you people will be generating the reports of a patient. Okay, those kind of reports will be generated. And graphical things, and graphical generators is used for extracting the data from the database. The data is displayed in the form of graphs, means to say that flow charts, pie chart, whatever the thing, right? Consider that if you are watching the match, then it is highly toughest thing that to analyze 300 balls from a innings. So we will go for what? Charts, so that you people will be understanding it in easy manner, in which over we are getting the high score, in which over we have lost the wicket. In order to understand those kind of data, we will go for graphic generator. Okay, and the final one is application programs. As I said, you people, we will be generating the applications in order to utilize the database. Why? Because everyone will not be having the same kind of knowledge in order to access the database. These will become tools in order to access your database and to work with your database, I can say. I hope this is clear to you people. That is database management system languages. Don't go for your 4th generation languages. You people can consider only 4 that we have discussed earlier. That is DDL, DCL, DML and TCL. This is very important question. Explain about the database management system languages. This question may be received for 15 marks, or a long question. Okay, just go through the video as well as go through your material, so that it will be very easy for you people while you are going for the examination. That's it for now. See you in the next one. Thank you.